let me explain. So the general principle I like that allow me to interpret a piece of music quickly, allow me to play a 简字谱 score, produce music from a 简字谱 score very quickly, is first follow this principle, this convention. For the majority of the fingering within the suo, you alternate 抹挑勾剔, right? So that's the first principle. Basically, for the majority of the sound, whether it is 5 or 7 or 9, the majority, the fingering, individual fingering for the suo, you do this. Basically, index in and out, and middle finger in and out. Follow this sequence, 抹挑勾剔. So apply this sequence for the majority, right? For example, when I play this changsuo, here, again on the same note, right? So what I did is 抹勾剔. That 3 sound, and then we have 6 left, right? changsuo has 9 sound, so we already made 3. So the rest 6, I just do 抹挑勾剔抹挑, right? So that is easy to remember, easy to apply, and it is also a logical fingering that can make your playing kind of efficient, right? Again, hear this, 场所. Right? So then, if it is 大所, only 7 sound, then easy, 抹勾剔. Then we have only 4 plucking left, right? 抹挑勾剔. That is 大所, right? duansuo, then, right? So this is the first principle. The second principle, then you needed to consider what is the context, right? What is the context? So what is just before the suo, or what is following the suo? That is really important. So now this one, for example, if we are, say, the previous sound for this, changsuo, if it is, for example, a 挑, then it is perfect. So see, if the previous note before this 场所 is 大七挑七, our hand is right in the good position for a 抹, then you follow what I just said, right? That's good. However, if the previous fingering is say a go, all right, if the previous, let's say the previous fingering just before this 锁 is a 大七勾六, then 大七勾六, it's okay, if you still apply what I did before, that's still that would still work. But sometimes you might want a different combination, because after you go 大七勾六, your middle finger is already on 7. So the next one, the first note for the 锁, it might make more sense to just do a 勾七. Might be a more logical choice, right? So 大七勾六, and then 大七锁七. So I do just go T 抹挑 go T 抹. Right. So that is basically a dasuo, right? Seven sound. So you need to depend on what is most convenient, or another very common. So for example, if the previous sound before the suo is 大七勾六, but then the next suo is 大七锁六, you are suo the sixth string, then starting with mo does not make sense anymore. So you want to start with a outward plugging technique. You want to use, for example, T. Right. For example, this is an actual passage. All right, you have 大七勾六, and the next is 小锁六, right? 小锁 6. So 小锁. Without mentioning the string number or the left-hand stopping spot, it just means same as previous. So say 大七勾六, 小锁 3 sound, right? 3 plucking. So in this fingering, obviously, since you have already 大七勾六, and your finger, your right hand is more prepared for T. So in this case, if the next fingering is xiaosuo, what I would do is T, and then 抹挑. Or sometimes, since if it is only 3 sound xiaosuo, I can also do 抹勾, right? So 小锁 create kind of an interesting rhythm. All right, so and then of course what is the following also very important. So for example, the previous changsuo I demonstrated on the 7th string, for example. Right, so the end of this suo, my hand is in the air, which is very good for the inward kind of fingering. Right, so see this again. Right, so that's very perfect. However, if the next fingering is 滚 or a do or a li, right? A li. So so the last note, I would make an adjustment. Instead of doing 挑, I would do a go, so that my hand is retracted to get prepared for going outward fingering of 滚, right? So here, this again, I'm making adjustment for the last note to be better prepared for the following sound. So that kind of going down. Right? So again, we have something that is very easy to follow. Basically, follow this sequence, 抹挑 go T. But then we make adjustment in the beginning and at the end. Right? So by the way, 抹挑 go T, you can start from any place. So you can start from, for example, 挑, and then it becomes 挑 go T. That's a 小锁. You can start from 挑 again, doing the duansuo. 挑 go T 抹挑, right? Or you can also start with go, right? Go T, 抹挑 go T 抹, right? So, and then this would be very good. After this, it's very good to follow with something outward going plucking. All right, so I hope this is useful explaining the fingering combination of suo, and I hope you enjoy it. Please thumb up and make comments and share. Thank you. See you next time.